everybody's out playing at Power Cruise in Taupo. I figured I'd do a bit of a walk around for Charlie, which is my S13 200SX. Now Charlie's a name that my kids gave the car. I think it came from an old TV show, Two and a Half Men. So it started out life as a New Zealand new CA, they came in 5-speed manual and turbo. This one came with a sunroof, which is a blessing and a curse. I think they're known to have rust, but mine seems to be pretty good in that area. I think I got it in 2005, so 10, 11, 12-ish years, and probably spent half of that time off the road for various reasons. I think the longest time it was off the road is when it blew a head gasket. It was relatively stock back then. Blew a head gasket, decided to do the 5-stud hub conversion, coilovers, arms, and ended up doing a half an engine swap with another CA, but never quite got there. Moved cities, and then continued the job. Eventually got there, and that stayed in that guise for about a year. Sold it to another Garage Racers member who now has a RX-7. While it was with him, it saw a few other upgrades, including a high mount exhaust manifold and a big old one of these, way oversized for the C8, but this is a monster, at least a monster for a 1.8, and that was fun. But I didn't keep it like that for long. Took it off the road, had a bit of blow-by, and decided to rebuild it. In typical fashion, I didn't just rebuild it, I built the motor, complete forged internals, a little bit of work in the head, and got halfway through that when I decided I was sick of it being off the road and just wanted it driving again. So while I was building the CA, we picked up a RB25 NA from a Stagia and just shoehorned that in over a number of weeks. A friend of mine was running a track day, so the 25 did the trick, got it in running. Track day was a blast. The motor actually grew on me a bit. Something about the revability and the consistency and reliability of an NA motor. So did the track day with the NA, and after that decided to keep it and go down that path. Ended up selling all the CA bits and putting that money into turning this into more of a streetable track car. So as you can see, we got a half cage put in, which is all homologated. DKM on the North Shore did that. While it was getting that done, also got some genuine Bride Zeta 3s and Takata harnesses. Got it certified, a couple other bits and pieces, drive shaft loops, custom gearbox crossmember made up. Yeah, it's pretty simple really. I mean, all the standard stuff's done, nothing massively different from all the other ones you see out there. Battery in the boot. Started stripping the rear, getting rid of the sound deadening, which you can see has been done here quite nicely, and the stall to do it down there. The idea is I'll eventually paint all that up, get it nice and tidy. Wheel wise, we've got the street wheels are Enkei RPF 1s, 17x9. They're currently in Sport RS, which are from Westlake. Pretty good for what are relatively cheap tyres. Unfortunately, I've got a flat spot on my fronts at the moment, so they don't see much use until I sort that out. So I've got my racing wheels currently up front, and these are 16x8 GTR wheels from an R32. They're wrapped in Toyo R888s, which are awesome sticky, and they do really well on the street too. Just pop the hood and show you what's under here. Yeah, so there she is. That's a Neo Series 2 RB25DE. I've just got a pod filter, bit of heat wrap on the intake there. Don't know if that helps. I've got Fujitsu 621, I think they are, extractors. A little cold air duct coming in from the factory intercooler location, feeding up through the bumper up into the pod filter, which keeps things cool. Oil catch can from DKM, they also did that at the same time as the half cage. So yeah, nothing too special in there, but it keeps up with the turbo boys. At least the turbo boys with not much power. Exhaust is straight 3" into a nice little muffler there, which keeps things legal. Future plans, obviously keeping it NA, just need more power, so got a link coming in early next year, and that will help claw a few extra horsepower out of this, but that's only short term. There's only so much you can do with a stock NA motor. I did think about building this, swapping heads, had an opportunity to pick up something special, which I did, and this will be hopefully a project for next year. It's a factory NA RB26 Autek version, which came out of a 4-door R32 with GTR stylings. So it's essentially a RB26 GTR motor with the compression raised and turbos obviously stripped off. So it has all the ITBs and goodness. So we'll build this up, get her outside and get her into the light a bit better, and maybe give her a clean. Oh, I forgot to mention brakes. At the moment we just have standard S14 4 pots on the front and single pots on the rear. Handbrake's pretty rubbish, but it does a trick around the track.